everybody. Welcome back to the Raw Read. I am so glad you decided to stop by and see what I'm reading on today. But before we get started, go right down here, go in your settings, find your subscribe button, and go ahead on and subscribe. And while you're in there, hit your notification bell so you know when I upload or when I just want to pop in, and give me a thumbs up to fight my nemesis. We all know what it is. It's that unrelenting beast of an algorithm. I really would appreciate it. And that is our join button. That is for channel memberships. And if you choose to become a channel member and a part of the reading club, you will be supporting my little channel to grow, to continue, and just to flourish. And I will be so grateful to you for that. All right, with all that said, let's get into the read. When I was putting the read together today, I was all over the place, to be honest, except the dark side. I didn't go over there because sometimes I just don't want to be bothered with their nonsense. It gets on my nerves too much, and I'm trying to guard my peace. So I didn't go over there. I mostly stuck to Instagram and X and reading articles. And so, what I have come up with for the read and what it seems to be everybody is talking about is what they were talking about yesterday. They're talking about the Godmother's bookstore. You know, Meghan has been seen again going to Godmother's. And they're talking about, they had a big write up about Godmothers in the Hollywood Reporter. And I found it so interesting, and I'll tell you why. They talked about the whole concept of godmothers, and they talked about the opening of it, and who was there, who was in attendance, and everything. Well, we all know that the person who started Godmothers is a literary head. And so she's the one who started the bookstore, and evidently Meghan, and it's just a community thing. But what I really found interesting in the article, you know me, I'm all about what is the tea in the article. It's all good and everything, you know, that is a community thing and it's Meghan thing. I am always happy for Meghan to build community. It seems like her and Harry is really building a wonderful community for their kids, little Princess Lilibeth and Prince Archie to grow up in, and I love that. But I was interested in this one particular thing, and it talked about who was there at the opening, who was in attendance. And this is the list of the people, and I found it very interesting. Oprah, which we knew, Prince Harry and Meghan, Ted Sarandos was there, and his wife, Nicole Avant. We all know who they are. Ted Sarandos is the CEO of Netflix. The same Ted Sarandos that was sitting with Meghan at the Beyonce concert, the same Ted Sarandos, who is on the committee with Harry and Meghan for the Tyler Perry, um, his tribute that's coming up, I think later on this year. That one. And the same CEO of Netflix that these people across the pond has been worried about. Harry and Meghan's contract is up next. Year, and they want to know their 5-year contract is up, if it's going to be renewed with Netflix or not. Harry and Meghan are friends with the CEO of Netflix. And you know who else was there? Well, we know Ellen DeGeneres was there, and her wife, Portia de Rossi. but also Harry and Meghan's friend. The president and CEO of Paramount Pictures, Brian Robbins, was there. And you know who Brian Robbins is? Him and his wife. I think her name is Mindy. She's a fashion designer. And they are the ones that Harry and Meghan accompanied to Jamaica for that film premiere. You remember in Jamaica? Yeah, Brian Robbins. He was there. And his son, Chef Mal Robbins. They all was there. They're all friends. Harry and Meghan has surrounded themselves with people who has a lot of money in their pockets. Harry and Meghan have surrounded themselves with people who know how to make money to put in their pockets. Harry and Meghan have surrounded themselves with people who knows how to put money in their pockets and how to keep money in their pockets. These people, while they're over here across the pond worrying about if Netflix is going to renew Harry and Meghan's contract, Harry and Meghan is friends with the CEO. Harry and Meghan is the friends with the CEO of Paramount. If it don't work out at Netflix, they'll go to Paramount. And if they don't go to Paramount, they'll go somewhere else because they have the connections. So while they're over there counting down the days until the Netflix contract is up, they just need to stop it because Harry and Meghan is not ever going to come back with their tails between their legs broke. Meghan keeps investing in more and more things. And like I said, she is surrounding herself with people who know how to make money. Her mentor is one of the biggest investors. Melanie Hopkins is one of the biggest successful investors it is here in America. So they just need to stop it. And I found that so interesting. And I hope you did too. Because they are so into Harry and Meghan's pockets, they actually published an article about Harry and Meghan's property taxes. They done went there and dug around and found out that Harry and Meghan pays $112K for property taxes on their $14 million mansion. And my first thought was $112K for a $14 million mansion. Property taxes is pretty doggone good in Montecito. That is nothing. That is chicken change. Archie could have went down to his little old the chicken inn and got that 112K out of from under one of them chickens of his and paid that. What are these people talking about, and why is this worthy of an article? Ridiculous, ridiculous. But this is how much they police Harry and Meghan's every move over there when Harry and Meghan could care less about what's going on over there. And I found this on X, and this particular post says, it's funny how they seem to know so much about the couple living in the US, yes, yet they don't know what type of cancer Kate has, who lives in the UK supposedly had, or where she supposedly received chemotherapy treatment. Where's the lie in that? Now they know exactly how much Harry and Meghan is paying for property tax, but they don't know what kind of cancer Kate got or where she went for chemotherapy. And we all know probably nowhere. I'm just saying. So let's go on. And we're going to stay on that same vein because that's pretty much what's going on. Because the dragging has done nothing. It has not decreased, it has picked up. The flying monkeys are actually starting to turn against William and Kate. And it is rumored. I'm telling you, whispers are out there. The word on the curb is either two reasons why the flying monkeys have decided to push back on Kate in this mini movie is because either one, they are mad because it was released on Instagram and it went around the rotor and they didn't give it to the rotor first. And we all know that that's what the number one rule um in the invisible contract is, that the rotor gets it first. But Kate and William trying to be like Harry and Meghan. And they gave us a little hint of that with that Tom Sykes article where it said F the press. They want to try to go around the press. Now you cannot use the press to try to destroy your brother. Be one hand washing the other with the flying monkeys and then expect them not to have get in their fields when you go around them with this. And that's what people are saying, that they are in the rotor is in its fields because they went to Instagram. They are copying Harry and Meghan using social media to pretty much control their own narrative. And the Rota don't like it because they have been used to try to destroy this couple and they ran their goose that lays the golden eggs away, and because of them, and now the ones that has who told them, who instructed them, who supported them in doing it, is now trying to go around them because don't get it twisted. The royal family is the Rotas bread and butter, especially when Harry and Meghan was over there. They had all control over all the pictures, all the information, and everything. Places like countries like the US and other countries and other news networks had to come to the Rota to get the pictures, to get everything. And now Harry and Meghan do what they please. The golden goose does what it pleases, and all they got left over there is the left behinds. And now the left behinds trying to strike out on their own and be independent and go around them. And they have something to say about it. They got in their feelings, and they have started to drag them. Now that is one theory. The second theory is, or what I'm hearing on the curb is, you know that part, well, it was in Tom Sykes' article also, that the king has been using all these messages and leaking and planting stories saying that him and Kate is so close in their cancer journey together. But in that Sykes article, they hinted at the fact that no, they are not. That they pretty much have treated Kate like they treated Meghan when Meghan said that nobody has even asked her how she was doing. And it seems like that's what Kate was saying in that article. And that they rely and are around the Middletons. That is who has been their rock. Well, and we also saw that in the mini movie too. There was the Middleton, Mike and Carol Middleton playing whatever the game they were playing. And they kind of hinted at that not Camilla or Charles has ever, been a part of their lives. They're not a part of their lives. And I'm telling you, they are saying that Camilla called her blind monkeys. And her flying monkeys are the ones that are coming after Kate and William and dragging them. We got the Guardian, we got some from the Mirror, we got some from the Mail. And one, I tell you what, I am surprised that he got in on the Dragon and he directly fingers Charles Brand as the one who is indicating that dragon needs to be taken. So let's get into it. Now, this is the Guardian. Her name is Martina Hyde. This flying monkey, her name is Martina Hyde. And well, first of all, I want to say about the two theories that the rotor is kind of in his feelings because Kate and William went around them, and Camilla called out her flying monkeys because they're kind of in their feelings because they said the Middletons were the ones that they relied on and had their little homie little part in the movie about and left Charles and Camilla out in the cold. I think two things can be true at the same time. I think it is both. I really do. I believe that Camilla called in the flying monkeys because she was pissed about how her and Charles got this. Well, basically, I believe this time I believe William and Kate is telling the truth about Charles and Camilla. Charles don't give a flying flip about nobody except himself and his horse, and that's it. And we all know that. But he wants you to pretend, like I said, the royal family is the only family I ever saw that when you tell the truth about them, they somehow feel insulted by it. If you want people to speak well of you, treat them well. And they have not treated Kate well. And so they're her and William is speaking about that, and Charles and Camilla have a problem with it and has called the flying monkeys to drag them. I believe that's true. And I also believe Fleet Street is in its feelings because they went to Instagram and not one of their flying monkey organizations. So I think both is true. All right, the first one, new one is to drag is the Guardian. Her name is Martina Hyde, and her angle to her story is the mystique, saying that, like the Queen in 1969, who feared the new technology of TV, she let the cameras in to the palace to film the family, and that was a huge, huge mistake, but she did it out of fear. And she quickly realized that this was not the way to do it, and so she had that television show that they made, the documentary, Never to Be Seen Again. And she went back to the traditional way of handling press and their image. And they saying that Kate is like the Queen, is fearing the new technology of social media, and because of that fear, she is starting to do things like this little mini movie. And they feel that it is taking away the mystique of the royal family and that she is making a mistake. I think that she don't know what she's talking about, this Martina Hyde, because it's not about social media. Social media has been around for a time. And William and Kate don't fear it. They don't know how to use it to their advantage like Harry and Meghan. They are trying to be more like Harry and Meghan. Harry and Meghan is very social media savvy. They know how things look. They know how to put it out there. They are good at it. William and Kate are not. They not. And it's easy to be good at it when you got the shine. It's really hard to be good at it when you are dull. And so they are chasing Harry and Meghan. That's all it is about. Everybody can see it, and everybody who knows 2 plus 2 is 4 has acknowledged it. Acknowledged it. That's all I'm saying. So Miss Hyatt, wrong, but she's dragging. All right, the next one to drag, who is a surprise to me, and that is Maureen herself, Richard Eden. Camilla or Charles or both has leaked to him, who has planted this story, and it says Richard Eden. Verdict on Kate's manipulative. And that's what they called it. Film from Palace Insiders and Charles's friend. And we all know when they say friend, they say Charles. A Palace Insider is Camilla, and Charles' friends is him. Charles' friend is him. So Charles and Camilla both are coming in to drag and slam Kate and William. It says, and why I'm deeply concerned about the glossy PR strategy. Charles and Camilla calling Kate manipulative, slamming her, and pretty much putting their name to it because everybody know who this is. And so Charles and Camilla do have a problem with the Militons being said to be the one that is more supportive and have is close to Kate and William, because Charles had been feeding and feeding it and just planning story how close they are. Her and the king is so close. They having lunch so close. And when William and Kate came out and said, no, no, that ain't the way it is, Charles and Camilla got on their broomsticks and started to ride. And that is what this is about. All right, let's go on. And this next one is by Hillary Osborne. And let me tell you, this is a punch in the gut. Hillary herself was diagnosed with breast cancer 2 years before Kate's convenient cancer. And Hillary is pretty much contradicting everything that Kate is saying. She said that she was so tired, she didn't want to get out of her pajamas. Her skin was gray, her hair, she lost it. And so she didn't understand this whole thing that Kate was presenting. She was respectful, but she absolutely said what she said when it comes to Kate. She pretty much called Kate out as a fraud. But the one that really came for Kate the hardest, like I don't know if y'all have wrestling over there, but this article came for Kate like a WWE championship wrestler, like Steve Austin, like The Rock, like Hulk Hogan came for Kate and slammed her and drug her and slammed her again and drug her again. And it is in the mirror. And it goes something like this. It says, and it is by Polly Hudson. And Polly absolutely leaves no crumbs on the table when it comes to dragging Kate. It says Kate Middleton's cancer airbrush doesn't reflect brutality of ordinary people's chemotherapy. Kate hasn't set herself up as a poster child for all cancer patients, but Mirror's Polly Hudson says going through chemo is the opposite of frolicking in the sunlit meadow, and only showing one side of her glossy video must make people with cancer very alone. Yeah. And it goes on. It says, you can't please all of the people all of the time. And of course, there will be many who are inspired by the Prince of Wales video. The message that there can be light at the end of the chemotherapy tunnel. But it feels important to take a moment to consider those who feel differently. Those for whom this deeply unrealistic view of cancer treatment will be incredibly jarring. To say the least, unlike the infamous, unlike the infamous Mother Day photo. Yes, she went there. She went to North Korea and got that one. She went to Iran and got that one. And this really matters. Airbrushing out the dark, only showing the light, is digitally altering the truth. As anyone who has ever witnessed someone going through chemo will know, it's the polar opposite of frolicking in sunlit meadow. The oncologist treating a family member of mine once described it as something that nearly kills them to try to save their life. As well as it says, as with all roles, and she really comes at him with this one. Many of the luxuries afforded to Kate simply aren't an option for normal people. And they use that all the time to turn people against people, saying stuff like that. They have used that same technique against Harry and Meghan so many times. But let's go on. It said they aren't able to take unlimited time off from work. Ouch. They're battling the cost of living crisis. Ouch. It's like I feel like I'm in a Batman, that old Batman show. Ouch, ooch, pow, pang, boom, bam. That's the way she is coming for Kate's neck. And she says, perhaps queuing in a food bank, having to keep up with childcare and housework, enduring NHS waiting times, and using crowded public transport to get to and from the hospital appointments. Slam, bam, bam. Takedown complete. Mic drop, y'all. And here we go. She still got smoke for Kate. After all of that, she still got smoke for Kate. She said the glossy image portrayed in the video is Disney-esque princess with lush flowing hair, bags of energy to push swings, to lurk around before a butterfly literally lands on her finger, presumably could not be more alien to them. Talk about compare and despair. What can you do with that? Ouchie, ouch, ouch, ouch. All right, it's some other little things I want to talk to y'all about before I go. And one of them is William was out and about, and boy, was he looking horrible. Oh my God, with his beard. They said something is going on with William, but I really think William, it looks like a man who knows that he is not winning. He is in a war, a one-sided war with his brother, and he is not winning. They are ramping up, still ramping up about Harry's 40th birthday. And William looked like a man that's not winning. And this particular tweet says, poor thing, quicker he ages, the more he resembles the Duke of Kent. And it was one more, I swear. It's this, where is it at? It's another one, and I got to share that one with you. Where is it? Oh, it's this one. It says, still being disrespectful to the people and his granny who refused him to wear a beard. He reminding me of someone who's sick and has been given one final wish to to don a uniform before he's gone. He looks very disheveled and looks to have lost weight. We sure The patient is Bones, meaning Kate. He looks pretty bad. But I think William be cuddling up with a bottle of Jack. I believe Jack is giving William hell. Just my opinion. And also, his aunt was there, Sarah, and they're trying to make a big deal out of that. And I'm sure she loves William just like she loves Harry. She's William's aunt just like she loves Harry. But we all know that William does things because of Harry. So who knows? So I'm not gonna say nothing. But she's look at her. She's over there in that corner like she's saying, I hope nobody know I'm here. I'm just hiding behind because she look at her. Oh my God. Anyway, let's go on. Y'all remember in the people story that I did, and I talked about Harry's 40th birthday, and he talked about how his children was his gift, and how much he loved loved Meghan, and how he wasn't going back over there to that place so he can have holes in his shoes and live in a shack. He wasn't doing that. But he also said this. Harry plans to celebrate his big day with Meghan and their children, followed by gathering with close friends internationally. And boy, has the Daily Mail jumped on that. They're pretending like they know exactly what Harry is going to be doing. And we all know that they do not. But they wrote this article like, who's who in Harry's party posse. Duke's 40th birthday, lad's holiday. They're saying that international, what did I say? The international celebration that they're going to have with close friends. Like Megan is not going to be there. It's going to be all boys and stuff like that. And they know nothing. And all they did was try to name people that Harry has hung out with in the whole almost 5 years he's been in America. They named Orlando Bloom, of course Nacho, which Nacho could be there because that is his brother. But then they named, what is his name? That Corden guy, I forgot his first name. They named him, and it's just a bunch of nonsense. A bunch of nonsense. So I wanted to add that. Well, that is the read. I know it's a lot of stuff, but a lot of stuff is going on. And I love it. I must say, I love it. I do. I do. I love to see Harry and Meghan winning. And I can't say I hate to see William and Kate losing, but when they're up against my fave, yes, I do. I love to see them losing because of the evilness behind it. If they were better people, I would actually root for them. I really would. Because it's all about the faves. It ain't nothing about them. I don't care about them. All right, y'all. See y'all next time. Bye.